Okay. Environment factors tend to influence the phenological behavior of a species population. Well, obviously, no. If they are used to one particular environment and climate and temperature, suddenly if there's a change, they will react differently. Okay, like for example, those organisms living in the coastal region, they are living in their way. Okay, but what if a tsunami came? So they will be dispersed. Some of them will be killed. Some of them will have to migrate. So different environmental changes will affect how they behave. Okay, how these species behave, plant or animal species. Okay. Similarly with the wildfire, 2-3 years ago there was the Australian wildfire, the California wildfire. So the animals had to be rescued. Some animals migrated on their own. So that's how they behave according to their environment. Okay, now next is stratification. So we had that stratification, remember? When you climb a mountain or when you travel from the poles to the equator, you will see the different changes in the plant communities, okay, as well as animal communities, okay. You will not find polar bear in the, in the Sahara Desert, simply, You will find camels in the Sahara Desert. You will not find camel in the Antarctica, obviously, no. So even it doesn't apply just to plant communities, it also applies to animal communities. Okay, so let's look at stratification here. Stratification of communities is the way in which plants of different species are arranged in different vertical layers, okay, in order to make full use of the available physical and physiological requirements. So the plants of different species, they will arrange themselves into different vertical layers so that they can make full use of what is available to them, okay, what all the resources they can use according to what they need. Okay, some plant will need low temperature, so it will be at the top of the mountain. Some plant will need higher temperature, so it will be at the bottom of the mountain. Similarly, if the plant prefers to live in a hot place, it will be in the equatorial region. If it prefers to live in the cold, it will be in the tundra. Okay, next is abundance. Abundance also we have done, no? In the quantitative. But in qualitative study also it is used. Okay. So plants are not found uniformly distributed in an area. Okay. So this one, if you just observe, some parts you will see that it is clustered with trees. Okay. Some parts it is bare grassland. Okay. It's not that if you go to golfing, every part is golf only, or every part is trees only. Some parts are clusters of trees, some parts are clusters of grassland, right? Some parts have sand, some parts have ponds, okay. So they are not uniformly distributed in an area. They are found in smaller patches or groups differing in numbers at each place. Okay, so I think you have understood from my explanation. Then abundance is divided into 5 arbitrary groups depending upon the number of plants. Okay, the groups are very rare. Okay, let me just draw. So you can divide abundance into here, like in this rectangle, I'll divide the groups. So very rare, let's say 1 or 2 species. Okay, just like the the very rare is the Nepenthes cassiana. Okay, then you have your rare. Now the I think because this is rare, it's a bigger cluster. Then we can give the example of the rhinoceros. No, now rhinoceros is not longer endangered because they have extensively been protected. No, then you have common like the wild cats. Then you have very frequent. Okay, frequent will be like the squirrels, the birds, and all. No. Then you have the very much frequent. Very much frequent will be the large number of trees and trifolium. I don't know if you could see. Let me draw again. Rare, I'll just draw below the rare, it's the word rare. Suppose there are just a few dots. Then that's very rare. Then rare, you have more dots, more clusters. Then common, you have even more clusters of organisms, no? Then you have frequent, lots of organisms. I hope you can see those dots. Then you have very much frequent means so many, so many. Okay, so I think you have understood. No, if you're asked to draw, you can just draw dots like that.